Hi, welcome in. This is your timeless message from Spirit. How you doing? How you keeping? I'm Venusian Alchemist, an intuitive modernistic with over a decade of experience in this game. How you doing? How are you keeping? I hope you're well by the time that this video finds you. Like I said, this is going to be a timeless collective message. So sit back, relax, get cozy, grab a snack, do whatever makes you feel comfortable, and we'll see what Spirit wants to talk to you about. All that I ask is that you have discernment when receiving any timeless message from me. We will channel all sorts of different messages from all areas of your life, including past, present, future, maybe health, maybe pregnancy, I don't know. We'll see what Spirit wants to talk to you about and take it from there. So again, have discernment. What resonates, take it with you, but doesn't drop it. It's probably for someone else, okay? Now, this isn't going to be specific for any sign, but I will give some pointers to see if the message is for you or not. I will advise you to stick to the end of the video because maybe the beginning part will resonate, but maybe something towards the end will. I will leave it to you. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, let me know where you're tuning in from, and consider subscribing for more messages like this. So, with that said, I'm going to open your energy with the Major Arcana to see what's happening within and around you. Okay, let's have a look. And like I said, I will give as many pointers as I can to see if the video is for you or not. The title will also tell you whether the video aligns with your current energy or not. So we've got death and rebirth coming through. Okay, cycle breaker. Some of you are going through a dark night of the soul type of situation. The Magician just flipped as well. You could be a Scorpio or a Gemini or have strong placements in your chart, or you could be dealing with these signs. If you're a Gemini moon or a Scorpio rising, I'm definitely talking to you. Okay, let's get one more, please. Let's get one more. There's a lot of messages coming through already, Spirit. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Let's see, what's this? And the Fool. Yeah. Okay, perfect. We'll leave it there. And the Sun at the bottom of the deck. So that's what's happening subconsciously. We'll get into it. So, like I said, we've got Death and Rebirth, the Magician, and the Fool. So, energies on the table. Double Gemini for sure. So, if you're a double Gemini, I could be talking to you. Or if you have a Gemini stellium or something like this, if you're a Scorpio rising, I'm talking to you as well. Especially if you're a Scorpio rising. Doesn't have to be, but that's where I'm feeling the message is leaning towards. Or you could be dealing with any of these signs as well. So from what I can see and feel here, some of you are going through the end of a karmic cycle. Okay. We'll see in more detail later on what area of your life this could pertain to. Okay. Some of you are just getting started with your spiritual journey, so you are learning about manifestation, with attraction, life purpose, that type of thing. Some others are veterans here, okay? I could be connecting to a medium as well, and I'll explain later on why I'm saying this. There's someone coming through. That's why. Let's see, if you're life path 1 and 4, I could be talking to you. If your birthday is on the 10th, 11th, the 1st, or the 16th, I want to say, of any given month, I could be talking to you as well. So, like I said, dark night of the soul type of situation for some of you. For some others, you are just getting started with your spiritual journey. So you're getting the crystals, you're lighting the incense, you're learning about candle magic, you're learning about scrying. Some of you have developed mediumship here, okay? Some others are doing heavy ancestral work. Heavy ancestral work. Why do I say that? Someone's traveling to a place that resonates with them to feel connected. Okay. Also, someone here is learning about sacred geometry or Reiki. Okay, that could be the case. Maybe you're just getting started with your Reiki journey as well. Someone here can heal by distance. Some others have the ability to connect to the other side and relay messages quite clearly. There's a lot of clairvoyance here. Hi. I see you. The number 5 just came through on my timer. That's significant too. Perhaps it's time for you to challenge yourself when it comes to developing your spiritual gifts as well. Perhaps you've gotten too used to the tarot and all the call or the pendulum, whatever tools you use. Let's switch it up. Let's try something new. Push yourself. Test your limits is what I'm getting. Test your limits, okay? Take a leap of faith. Why not? If anything, there'll be a good story to tell in the group chat that everyone can laugh about, okay? Let's see. Trigger warning. Someone just experienced a miscarriage. Someone just experienced a miscarriage. So if that's the case, I see you, I feel you. I hope you heal. It's not your fault. Okay, is what I want to say. It's not your fault. But yeah, that did come through. It came through very early on, but I didn't know how else to kind of introduce that strong of a message to you. So there's something like that here. Okay. With the miscarriage situation, okay, this child is telling you that they are grateful, that they occupied your womb. And again, don't feel guilty for not having sustained them. We'll get more details about this because they don't want you to feel guilty. They wanted you to experience parenthood, yes, but not in the way that you thought you would, not in the traditional sense. But they still wanted to give you that experience in some way, shape, or form. It feels very cryptic right now. Like I said, we'll dive in a bit deeper. Okay. If you have an infinity sign tattoo somewhere on your body, I could be talking to you. Okay. I could be talking to you. 10 of Wands. Yeah, someone's here, not only physically but spiritually exhausted. Okay. Take care of yourself first and foremost. You can't help anyone if your cup is empty. You can't pour from an empty cup. Okay. Prioritize your self-care. I don't care if it's an extra 5 minutes in the shower. I don't care if it's a 10-minute walk somewhere. Do something to take care of yourself. Don't prioritize others anymore. Stop prioritizing others over your own well-being, because when you crash out, who's going to be there for you? Who's going to pick up the pieces? Because you seem to be the pillar of your household here, of your community, of your society. If you fall, who's your backup? I don't see a backup. You're the leader here. So take care of yourself first and foremost, especially if you're a healer, especially if you provide services like myself. You need to prioritize your self-care. You need to prioritize your physical health and mental health too. We connect to all sorts of things. We work with various different types of energies. You need to also learn to filter what types of energies come through to you, what you're willing to work with or what you're not willing to work with. Because there's, for some of you here, for someone here actually, this could be for literally one person, there's a deity from the lower world that wants to connect with you. You're not fearful of them. I think you may have worked with them in the past. They want to revisit you. Tread carefully though. Tread carefully, because yeah, work with them, do what you want. At the end of the day, it's your life. However, your physical body will then need to catch up. So just keep that in mind. Because energetically, you do a lot here. You do a lot here. Okay, cool. Tell me more about the death and rebirth. Nothing really came out, so. Tell me more about the rebirth. God here, please. What's the context? Here, what are we talking about here? King of Cups. What was I just talking about? Self-care, emotional well-being. That needs to be your focus right now. Someone's father wants to come through. So, okay, if this isn't an entity from a lower world that wants to connect, this is someone's father who passed on and is struggling to let go of the 3D. So they could be attaching themselves to you. Hence the insomnia, hence the nausea, especially when you smell fish. Also, if you have a fear of water, like an irrational fear of water, I could be talking to you. Okay, there's something like that here. So if this isn't a spirit from the underworld, it's someone's father trying to stay stuck with you because they don't want to let go of the 3D. They're still too emotionally attached, so they're trying to live vicariously through you still. Send them on their way in peace. Okay, you know how to do this. You know how to alchemize. You know how to transmute energy. And whoever I'm talking to, not only do you have an easy connection with the other side, especially with the deceased, you know how to be their bridge, is what I'm going to say. You know how to be their bridge. I'm having a deja vu moment right now. This is crazy. 1-1 on my timer. Yeah, you've done this before. Many lives before. You're just coming to the understanding, and you're also remembering that this is what you used to do in past lives. Someone here was a nomad, okay? So your itch for traveling is for no random reason. Everywhere feels like home to you. Anywhere and everywhere. Tell me more about the death and rebirth, please. Also, going back to the miscarriage situation, the father is trying to forgive himself because he also feels at fault in some way, shape, or form. Okay? I do want to mention that to someone here. They do feel incredibly guilty. 5 of Wands with the 8 of Cups. Someone here is on the verge of entering spiritual psychosis, okay? Remember I mentioned something about taking your self-care more seriously? Go outside a little more. Take a bit of a time out from your spiritual work, spiritual practices to be present in the 3D world. Yeah, there's a need for that here for someone because you are on the verge of going insane, I'll be honest. Also, someone here is about to break up with someone. So this could be you, this could be them. Flip it where it needs to go. Someone's emotionally tapped out. They just need to physically remove themselves from the situation, okay? There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of conflict. Maybe this miscarriage situation or whatever other conflict this was the eye-opening moment for you to realize that this person isn't your match. They're too passive-aggressive, in fact, and you no longer want to put up with it because they make you look like you're the crazy one because you're the only one making noise, you're the only one shouting. Meanwhile, they're the ones being emotionally manipulative. But no one would know if they were to look at both of you on the street having an argument because only you'd be the one screaming. You need to walk away from this. There's no fixing. There's no fixing. You need to walk away before you go insane. Okay? Realign yourself with yourself here. Focus back on yourself. Let's see. We'll get some more details in a moment. I want to explore the Magician a bit more. Give me more context for the Magician, please. Someone's using their time, resources, and energy to bring something into fruition here. This could be someone working on their exit plan as well, because like I said, emotionally they've tapped out, but physically there's still things in the 3D that we need to work. So the housing situation, the kids, the job, you know, all those things that need to take a bit more planning. 7 of Swords, exactly. To ensure that this is as smooth as it can be. It's never smooth, but we can try and make it smoother, you know, a clean breakup, that kind of thing. The 7 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck here. Energy of manipulation as well. Also, someone stole something from you, like a physical item. Either that or someone tried to hack into, not your social media, but like your bank, your online banking. Someone tried to hack into that. Why am I seeing the 6 of Pentacles in my mind's eye? Someone tried to steal your money here. They actively tried using digital means or the dark web, something like this, I don't know, to steal something from you. Feels like it was money, could be personal information, so make sure you don't become a victim of identity theft, okay? Make sure you change your passwords, whatever the case may be. Whatever you need to do to safeguard your safety digitally, yeah, let's do a revamp on that front, okay? The numbers 7 and 8 are significant here. Let's see what else. Talk to me about the Magician, please. What is it here? Why is it here? Why is it here, Spirit? Tell me more. Give me more context about the Magician here. Someone's hiding something from you. 7 of Swords with the King of Pentacles. It came out again. Okay, there's a couple of things here. There's something about an inheritance here that you're being lied about, or there's an omission of information about an inheritance, a business opportunity, something to do with money or assets, that it's rightfully yours by law. However, whoever this person is, this institution or whatever, they're trying to throw sand in your eyes, okay? Consult with the legal team if need be. I don't know. Why do I say this? At the bottom of the deck, we have these 6 of Cups. This is a past life enemy. If you believe in past lives, this is an ongoing enemy for some of you. For some others, remember how I mentioned earlier that someone's father recently passed on and they can't seem to let go of the world in the 3D because they're still attached, not only emotionally, but they're still attached to their material things here. So their house, the car, whatever it is that they left behind, they're still deeply attached to it. So you are feeling like you're going insane here. Mentally, there's a massive fog here. If you're not already depressed, honestly. And you kind of want to throw in the towel on something here because it's becoming too much work to deal with. It's too much of a hassle. All this paperwork, all these people that I have to speak to, this, that, and the other. This is them kind of making you want to give up on something that is not only rightfully yours, but also, yeah, they don't want to let go. So either be the bridge for them to go on their fucking merry way, or find you a spiritual practitioner that you trust that can work with you to send this spirit off into the afterlife where they need to be, because their physical body is shut down. They died, but their spirit is still here lingering on in your life. So maybe if you've had a lot of conflict recently, mental confusion, a lot of tension, if you've started to feel depressed all of a sudden, even though things are fine in your life, you know, like career's going good, the relationship's okay, the kids are doing fine, everything's fine, you know, but there's something that's not clicking, that could be the case, okay? So again, adapt these messages to your reality, please. Not everything is going to fit. And that was to clarify the Magician. Also, someone could be energetically manipulating you here. There's a geographical distance between you two. Could be a man, doesn't necessarily have to be. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't necessarily have to be. But yeah, so that's the Magician, Seven of Swords with the King of Pentacles. This is energy manipulation. You need a massive cleansing protection here, though. Anyway, let's move on. Tell me about the Fool, please. Tell me about the Fool. Why is it here? Why is it here? Yeah, someone's tugging at your energy. I just felt like a pull on my mind's eye. Someone's tugging at your energy. They're depleting you here. So money is flowing out of your bank account like water. You don't know what day it is. Things are being misplaced or going missing, even though they're right in front of you. 111 on my timer as I said that. This is energetic manipulation at play. To me, it shows that it could be someone in the physical. However, it could also be some sort of spirit that's still attached to you, okay? Anyway, tell me about the Fool, please. Tell me about the Fool. What's the spell? Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. Someone doesn't want you to know the truth about something here. My deck is never this closed off. Ever. Like, ever. Someone's manipulating your energy here. They don't want you to see something. Yeah, they don't want you to see something. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Someone's trying to sabotage you at work or sabotage your chance at getting a particular job opportunity. Or someone's dissuading you from starting something on your own. Oh, it's too much work. Oh, that takes a lot of money. Oh, you don't have the connections. Someone's discouraging you here from something of value. Could be the inheritance situation as well. Could also be something to do with career. Oh, you're not skilled enough. You're not qualified enough. Just give up. Two of Cups. Okay, let's talk about love then. Let's talk about love. Self-love, though. You need to befriend yourself, date yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself, hold hands with yourself, compromise with yourself, set the standard for yourself. 3-3 and 2-3 came up on my timer. That could be significant for someone. When I'm mentioning these numbers, by the way, you could be seeing these quite frequently, so that's also a pointer to what this could be, whether this is for you or whatever. Oh, one of our packages is coming today. I wonder what it is. So yeah, this is talking about self-love, pouring into yourself, recognizing yourself, learning about yourself. What do you like? What don't you like? What turns you on? What repels you? What do you find repulsive? What are you willing to compromise on? What are your non-negotiables? Generally speaking, what does love mean to you outside of the love that people talk about, that we see in the movies, you know, relationships, boy falls in love with a girl, or person falls in love with a person. What does love mean to you? Are you kind to yourself? Or is this performative? Don't be performative when it comes to loving on yourself. Don't be performative. Don't do it for the external validation. Otherwise, you'll continue to chase something here that's going to send you into a spiral, because you'll never please the crowds. You need to please yourself here. Don't abandon yourself. Don't abandon yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. And if this is a man that we're talking about here, Just because he may support you financially or sustain the household in some way, shape, or form, his mindset is toxic. This is a toxic masculine I could be picking up on here. Or if you're a woman, you may be too deep in your masculine to the point where you may be emasculating the man in your life. And that's not working in your favor. Because not only are you emasculating him, you're also triggering him to become emotionally manipulative. So reevaluate your relationship, your marriage, your connection. But most importantly, the connection that you have with yourself. Don't abandon yourself, for God's sake. Don't abandon yourself. If you abandon yourself, no one's coming to save you. I'll be honest. No one's coming to save you. There's a lot of enemies around you. There's definitely an attachment to you as well, for those of you who already have these suspicions. Let's get one or two more to clarify the floor, and then we'll see if there's any other messages for my collective today. Thank you for being here, by the way. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonated with you so far. And then I'm going to try something new in the end. See if we can get some initials. Eight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Again, self-care, not in the performative sense. Pleasure yourself. Be in sync with yourself. Something about Kundalini energy here. Invest in yourself before you invest in any other type of relationship, whether that be family, friend, or lover. You want to feel free? Work towards it. Don't depend on someone else to do it for you. Don't depend on your man or your woman to make you feel free. No one can make you feel anything. You can make yourself feel something though, whatever it is. For some others, this just came through. There's a job opportunity here within a creative field that's going to awaken a spark within you. Okay, maybe this is the opportunity that's going to spark something in you to help you with your self-esteem, your sense of value, sense of worth here. It could also be an opportunity that has you traveling a lot. Okay, like physically traveling. Could be something like this. Maybe cabin crew. I don't know. If that's like a job that you've always wanted to do, but you felt prejudiced or fearful that you might not be capable of it. There's a creative job here that's going to take you to new heights. It's going to make you feel on the top of the world. It's going to make you feel much more optimistic. It's going to give you the courage to take the leap of faith, take on new challenges, test your limits, and expand whatever creative gift you have, whether it be spiritual or otherwise. Okay? I do see that here. If we're talking about love in the way that people talk about, okay, there are a lot of people lusting over you, okay? So if you want to have a good time this summer, sure. There's a lot of options, a lot of attractive options, but that's where it stops, okay? It's a summer fling, okay? However, in the mix, there could be someone here who takes a special interest in you, romantically speaking. They do want to invest in you romantically, okay? But because emotionally you are deeply fragile, whether that's because your self-esteem is in the basement or you've just ended a romantic relationship or a marriage or something like this, you might feel taken aback by this, flattered but also offended is what I just heard. You might feel offended by this person approaching you because you don't feel ready to accept them. Also, they're a fucking slow burner. They want to invest in you, but They take their time. Yes, because they want to be sure that you're the right person for them, but this person could test your patience. If you're a cardinal sign, you don't have the patience for this person. So if you're a cardinal sign, that's Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. When this person approaches you with a love offer, you might be open to exploring it, maybe start things casual, lighthearted, no strings attached, blah, blah, blah. But then when one of you wants exclusivity, which I can kind of see that this would be coming from you for some of you, this person becomes the slowest burner alive. This tests your patience immensely. It may take a toll on your self-esteem in terms of why won't they make it official? Why won't they marry me? Whatever the case may be here, okay, depending on the stage of the connection that you're at. This deeply frustrates you. It tests your limits. It tests your patience. And you might end up walking away. You might end up walking away. For some of you, I don't see you walking away. I do see you kind of sticking it out for the long run. But for some others, for a lot of you, I do see you walking away. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? I have strong earth sign energy on the table. Double Gemini, I think I mentioned. Scorpio rising is highly relevant here. Okay. The numbers 7 and 8 are significant. Double 8, in fact. Double 8, in fact. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Now we're going a bit deeper. Someone needs to work on their abandonment issues and their fear of rejection in general. Take it to therapy. You need to work on this abandonment issue thing. Abandonment, rejection. You need to work on that. Also, something else just came through with this. This is extremely specific for someone. It could be literally for one person watching. Someone's extremely ill physically. They need to be taken to the hospital. And once they go to the hospital, they might not leave there. Someone needs to be taken into hospital. They are deeply dehydrated here. Their bone structure is extremely frail. Someone might have broken a bone, and recovering at home has actually caused more damage than anything. So the recovery process is extremely painful. So whoever this is that I'm talking about, whether this is a relative of yours, a friend, someone that you know, or yourself, go back to the hospital. You need to be in a place where you can be looked after 24/7 on the clock. Either you or whoever this is that I'm picking up on. For some others, this is abandonment issues you need to work through, okay? The mommy issues, the daddy issues, the fear of rejection, the irrational fear of taking on a new challenge. You are being your worst critic here. You're fearful of rejection. If you're fearful of rejection, you're fearful of living. Because what's the opposite of celebration? It's rejection. In life, in order for one thing to exist, the polar opposite must exist. So for victory to exist, for fame, for success, for riches, for high self-esteem to exist, for us to be aware of these things, the opposite of those things need to exist too. Two truths need to coexist here. Some of you already understand this and you are doing the work, okay? Number 5 came through. I think the number 5 came through earlier as well. Or am I tripping? I don't know. Yeah, it did. Yeah, 5 of Wands. It did come through. We need to work on these deep-rooted issues around abandonment. I don't want you to invalidate your trauma, but I do want you to work through it with a professional, because you can't continue to live your life being fearful of everything, of always thinking of the worst case scenario. How about we think of the best case scenario for once in a while? You might surprise yourself. You will surprise yourself. You don't understand the power that you have, and you're holding yourself back. You're the only one that holds yourself back here. We need to snap out of this paranoia. For some of you, it's paranoia. I haven't achieved enough, and I'm this old, I'm not married, I'm not financially stable, I don't live at home, I don't have my own home, something like this. This is all down to conditioning. This is all down to conditioning. I want you to do the deeper work. Do you identify yourself with how much you have in your bank account, with your house, with your car, with your kids? Yes, your kids are yours, but they're not your possession. They're human beings. They also need to have their own life experiences and learn by their own mistakes. I don't know why I felt the need to say that to someone, but I did. If you're deeply attached to your family, I love that for you, but I can see that for some of you this is detrimental. Because once mom and dad goes to the other side, you can't lean on them anymore. Can you lean on yourself? Are you mature enough to deal with life as it comes? If not, you need to work on that, my friend. You need to work on that, okay? And then for the hospital thing, whoever's extremely sick at home, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. Let's see. Queen of Wands, Queen. That's not relevant. Okay. Let's close out this reading with some initials. I'm gonna go grab a pen and channel some initials to, again, give you more pointers. So, BRB, let me go grab a pen. Okay, I'm back. So, I'm going to use pen and paper. I'm going to take a moment to concentrate and channel some initials, names, any other information that could help you to identify whether this message is for you or not, okay? So again, relax, take a deep breath, be open to receiving whatever comes through, okay? Okay, that's all I've got. Excuse my handwriting, it's awful, so I'll just read it to you. I've got, for initials, I've got M, W, and F. So you could have these initials in your name, or could be dealing with someone with these initials. I did get some names, okay. I've got Savannah, Sarah, and Robin, okay. I also got the color brown for some reason, as I was channeling, the color brown. So someone could be called Brown as well. They could have Brown as a surname, maybe. I don't know. And then Fife. Fife came through. F-I-F-E. I swear that's a place in Scotland, isn't it? I don't know. If you're good with geography, let me know in the comments. I have no idea. But that's all I got for the pointers that I could give you, aside from everything else that I have mentioned. That concludes your reading. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me. I hope that this has helped someone in any way, shape, or form. Let me know in the comments how it resonated. Don't forget to like the video before you leave and consider subscribing for more timeless messages like this. Thank you once again for being here, and until next time, stay immensely blessed. Bye.